Hi, my name's Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going around to the little free libraries in my community and going to test our luck. I have quite a few books that I've been needing to donate, and I thought that this would be a perfect time to go around and see if I can donate them to the little libraries. So there's only one in the stack that I have read. There is a couple that I've tried to read and just DNF'd and couldn't get through them, and the rest I've had sitting on my shelves for forever, and I just figured the community would probably enjoy them more. There's gotta be someone out there that'll read it. But we'll get started. I'm just gonna rapid fire through them. I'm not gonna say my thoughts on all of them, but we've got Olivia Blake's Alone with You in the Ether, Consider Me by Becca Mack, Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is the one I have read. It's When Sparks Fly. And then we've got Starry-Eyed Love by Helena Hunting. And yeah, I don't see myself getting to the rest of them anytime soon. So, spoiler alert, and Shipwrecked by Olivia Jade. Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. We've got Bloodscoin by Deborah Falley. I butchered that. We have the Stalking the Jack the Ripper series. I don't see myself getting to these anytime soon. I've really wanted to read them, especially in the past, but my reading tastes have changed significantly, and if there ever does come a time where I feel like I have to read this, I will probably just go and request them from my library. So yeah. And next we have Iron Widow. We've got A Merry Little Meet Cute and Holly Jolly Ever After. Aaron Watts' Paper Princess. I tried reading this. I got a couple pages in and I just couldn't continue. This one was a blind date with a book that my mom bought me. I would read it, but it's the third in a series, and I figure that someone else will enjoy it more. So Ellen Hilderbrand's Troubles in Paradise. And then we have Venko by Sherry DeMaline. But yeah, that's it. Let's hit the road. Hi. It's a couple days later now. I had quite a bit of luck at the little free libraries. There's a few in here that I've heard about throughout the years and just never picked up, and I've always kind of wanted to. There's a few in here that I don't really know anything about much, but I definitely find them interesting, and I was intrigued. And yeah, and then I also have a haul from, I went to my local libraries and Um, there was a book sale. I went to 2 separate ones on 2 different occasions and thought that I'd just haul them anyways. And then I also went to the thrift store and picked up a couple books as well. So we have quite a few books to go through today. But I don't think I spent, other than 2 books that I probably shouldn't have bought, but I did. And I might take back just for now. But other than that, I don't think I spent more than $20 on any of this. So yeah, let's get started. So from the first little libraries, I picked up From Rockaway by Jill Eisenstadt. The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. I seen this all over BookTube and way back when. Especially I'll Give You the Sun by this author, and I've always been intrigued. I just have never picked it up. This was probably the one I'm most excited to have found. It was a paperback copy of Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I absolutely love her, and I am the kind to pick up multiple editions of my favorite books, and this is one of them. So I got this. Now this one, it's Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I have tried to read this in the past. I think I had it with a different cover, but I was like, I'll give them another try. I don't know if this is the book to give them another try with, but we're gonna do it anyways. Now this one just looks like a cute, fun, quick little YA. I don't know much about it, but it's Comics Will Break Your Heart by Faith Erin Hicks. And yeah, excited to give this a read. And last from those little free libraries was Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister. She wrote, what else did she write? Wrong Place, Wrong Time. And I've always been interested in that, and I've heard so many good things about that book. But this is the one that was in the little free library. It's a Book of the Month book. It's got a little sticky stuff on it, but I'm sure I can get that off somehow. But yeah, I figured what better than to give this new to me author a try with a book from a little free library. And then I went to a town just like half an hour, 45 minutes away, and I only had luck at the first little free library I went to. I didn't take any footage of those little free libraries. They were all pretty disappointing, but I had books to donate anyways, so I left some around. But the first book I got at the first little library there was The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I'm excited to give this one a read. I've heard so many good things about this. And then Kate Morton's Homecoming. I've been interested in this since it came out. She's the author of The Clockmaker's Daughter. Yeah, The Clockmaker's Daughter, and yeah, I've just been itching to get my hands on this, so I was very excited to see that. So And then the last book from the Little Free Libraries was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And one of my favorite booktubers, Throne of Pages, Isabel, she absolutely loves this book, and I've been trying to find a copy of this at the bookstore for forever, and I haven't been able to find any. And I went to a Little Free Library and they had it, and a couple days before that I had went to a thrift store and they had a copy of it as well. So now I own two different editions of it, and I'm just hoping I love it. The other edition is right here, The Bell Jar. But yeah, I have 2 copies of this now, and this was thrift store, this was Little Library, but I'm excited, very, very excited to read this. Next up, we'll do books from the thrift store, because we've already touched base on one of them. I went to one thrift store, and they had a deal for 3 for $10, and I found From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata, and Larry from Larry Reads loves Mariana Zapata. I also have The Wall of Winnipeg in Me, so now I have 2 books by her to give a try, and I hope I enjoy them. The next one, I've heard lots of good things about this book as well. It's Eleanor Ophidiant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, and I was honestly so excited to see this, and I picked this up. Next up, we have a copy of The Hobbit. I have a whole collection, different editions of The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, for my grandfather, because growing up we watched all the movies as they came out, the Hobbit movies, and those are some of my favorite memories with him, and we just absolutely love The Hobbit. So now I collect different editions of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and one day I hope to read them. But yeah, and my partner, he wants to read the Cassandra Clare books, and I used to own most of them, and now I only have The Mortal Instruments, because I just never seen myself getting to them. But I've found books 2 and 3 of The Infernal Devices. So now we have books 1, 2, and 3. And yeah. Well, first off, from the library book sales, we got My Year of Rest and Relaxation. Again, I feel like a broken record. Heard great things about it, and I'm excited to add this to the collection. Next off is Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. I've read Daughter of the Pirate King by her and absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to give this a read. Again, broken record. I've heard lots of good things about this. Actually, I've heard mixed reviews about this, but it's The Midnight Library, and yeah, excited to have it in my collection. Can't wait to give it a read. Now this one is another one I haven't ever heard anything about it, but I looked it up on Goodreads. It has good reviews, and it sounds really good. It's The Last Shadow Warrior by Sam Subidi. And so this was on a cart for free, and then this is an Owl Crate. It's an Owl Crate Junior edition. This was on the cart at the library for free, and it's signed. How cool is that? But yeah, and it sounds really good. It's Owl Crate Junior, so it must be middle grade. But it sounds amazing. And I'm glad to add this to my collection. And then at the library right near me, they had a deal. So their paperbacks are 25 cents, so a quarter. And then hardcovers are $1. I picked up 4. I only had 4 quarters in my wallet. But this is one I've heard about for a long time, and I thought I'd add it to my collection and one day get to it. It's Counting by Sevens. And I look like reading the back. It sounds super interesting. It's printed very large, so it should be a quick read. But yeah. Next up we have The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. I'm the author of Station 11, and honestly I know nothing about this. It looks intriguing. And last up are 2 thriller novels. I'm in my thriller era. I love thrillers. I love Frida McFadden, but I wanna branch out to different authors. So I got The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda and Lucy Foley's The Paris Apartment. Very excited to have these, and I can't wait to get to them. Last off, I borrowed Crossroads by Devney Perry from the library. I read it in one sitting. Absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with the characters. It's just amazing. And Devney Perry, I don't know what she puts in her writing, but I'm hooked. I will be picking up every Devney Perry book from here on out. And I was in the bookstore and I looked and they had the books. So I bought the first one and I bought the second one. So Crossroads and Sunlight. They follow brothers. This one's the first love gets a second chance. It's on Haven River Ranch, it was called Crazy something Ranch. Crazy Mountain Cattle Resort. That was the original name of the ranch, and they had to sell the ranch, and yeah, and it follows a love story from when they were young, and it's just phenomenal, and I can't wait to get into Sunlight and follow his brother's story. And then lastly, I have 2 bookmarks. It's Bookworm, and this one says, "Don't worry, be cappy," with a capybara on it. I love capybaras. Yeah, that is my book haul. Let me do a count and we'll put a tally on the video of how many books were just hauled.